Apart apart from my professional work, I started learning. I decided that okay, this is my part.
What does a big data engineer do?
After 2017 approximately, we started a startup which is on data.
Can you talk a little bit about what are the tools and technologies that is required at each stage of this data pipeline?
Every segment of my career is associated with the threads.
From a raw data to providing the data in analytical dashboard. Hello everyone. Welcome to Beyond JD, the podcast where we uncover the real stories behind roles, growth and hiring. Our world is full of data. With every new bite of data, we discover more, we understand more, and we personalize more. Right from revolutionizing the medical industry to recommending your favorite movie, data is shaping our world. Behind all these magic, there are people who build the invisible systems and make all this possible. Yes, in this episode, we are going to talk about data engineer role, to be specific, big data engineer role. And to share the practical insights about the role, we have a very special guest, Siva Samraj, Director of Engineering at Culture Monkey. He has around 15 plus years of experience specifically in this data field, and he has worked both in startup and well-established organizations. Welcome, Shiva. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Sowmya. Yeah, it's great to be the part of Beyond JD, right?
Actually, thank you for accepting my invite. I'm very happy to host you here.
Yeah, this is my first podcast, right?
Oh, very nice.
I am also very eager to whatever I can share, I can share.
Actually, I am eager today to get to know a lot about the data and I am eager to learn today. Before we get into the role specific questions, can you share a bit about your career journey so far?
Back in 2010, right? After college passed out, and as everybody, I also joined Sony from the campus interview perspective.
Mhm.
So Sony, right? Sony is a very established organization around the world, but not in India at that point of time. So I was around like 500th employee or 400th employee
Okay.
in Sony India aspect. So that time Sony India used to call as a startup in Bangalore basically.
Okay.
But if you see around the world, it is a very established organization, and each and everybody knows what is Sony. So when I joined there as a fresher, right, initial 6 months, it's period like every company, we also treated as a fresher, and we were not leveraged to access any kind of process or processing file or data or anything, even code, right? That is very limited access we used to have, and that is where the eager starts. So in college aspect, right, what everybody's thought was, we were once we entered into an organization, we thought we used to mingle with everybody, and we thought we used to work with everybody, but it was not like that.
Okay.
So 3 months of training they used to provide.
Okay.
Like you will be segregated inside an organization. You used to call as a fresher, and you will enjoy like a fresher. It's like a extended college life you used to have in the next 3 months. So there, it's like college plus studies you used to have. Like internally, what Sony needs from a fresher, that exact things you used to learn.
Okay.
There. So even there, we cannot learn as a process. We will be learning technical things.
Okay.
You will be assigned with some assignments. You used to work on that, right? That is how the first initial 3 to 6 months went. Then they will be periodically assigned to each and every project where you used to go and work in a shift basis. That started because it is across the globe. We used to work in early morning shift as well as in the night shift as well.
Oh.
So it is like in 1 month you will work in 4 to 12, and next 1 month you will work from 12 to 9, like that. So initial 1.5 years, 2 years, yeah, we learned some new technologies, we learned some new process, we learned what is project, we learned what is deliverables, and we learned what is each and every segment of software engineering, right? So that is where it went, right? So after 2 years, right, so I don't want to go in this path basically. So I thought, why I am here, what I am doing, that kind of thought process you used to get, right? So one of the pillars of my turning point was my friends. So I used to discuss with them. this is what happening in my entire professional experience. What exactly I need to do? I was like confused whether I am doing right or wrong. That is the initial way
Yeah,
of
yeah.
thinking, right? Then what I thought, okay, let me discuss outside. So
Okay.
I thought I started discussing with my friends. So they gave like that time couple of guys are working in Flipkart, couple of guys are working in Huawei, and couple of guys are working in Yahoo. Those things and all happened. So then when we used to have a discussion, that time they were started speaking about big data.
Okay.
So till that time, I don't know what is big data. I don't know what is data. Even though we are seeing in the database everything and each and everything, I cannot treat that as a data because we never thought like that. Then big data, they were telling too many jargons of big data where I couldn't able to understand anything. Then I started learning things.
Okay.
Apart from my professional work, I started learning. Some 2 to 3 months only I learned, not much. Then I understand that what exactly the world needs. Then with that experience of learning from the outside, right, I went and spoke with my Sony management. So I started speaking with them. See, this is what happening around the world, and I was speaking with my project manager. Nothing worked. Then upper level I went. Like that we used to go, and one drastic step I took was see, I want to work in this way, and there are a lot of openings available within the organization itself. You can do an internal transfer, all those things we can do. So that time I was speaking with everybody. It didn't click as my expectation, but somewhat it helped me. So it's like I am getting a in practice what is data, all those things I did. Then a lot of I was pushed into the project called order management system where I used to get a lot of orders. It relevant equivalent to a lot of data will come into picture.
Okay.
So with the data, I started playing it around. So I used to, even though it is not my work, I used to play with the data to gain experience on data. So I will work and I used to go show a lot of things. That is how it went initial 5 6 years, right? And so I gained an experience with real data plus whatever knowledge my friends used to share, everything merged together. And I know that, okay, I am in the position that, okay, I want to go into the path where the data lies. So it's not like developing one product. I want to work with the product. It never went in that angle. My mindset, mindset went towards the data.
You
So that
decided at that time itself, you decided to
five
work
to
in
six
data.
years only, I decided that okay, this is my path.
Okay.
This is where I need to go. It's a blunt decision I took, and after 2017 approximately, we started a startup which is on data only.
Okay. Okay.
So like everybody heard about it, right? Like infrastructure as a service, now Gmail as a service, like that. Our dream was data as a service, like that platform we need to bring in.
Nice.
And it is started by 7 to 8 guys, and we started, and it was led by a senior, and we were working. We were founding members. We joined at the last level, and we started working in that startup. So that 7 years was the turning point in my entire career. So I turned my path has turned my entire work culture has been turned because it is a startup. Previously I was worked in a well established organization. So here day in and day out it was work. So that is where the experience also I gained. So I was put into a zone that I don't know ABC. So that it was like a learning process for me. So every step it is a learning process, and from there a lot of things happened. A lot of products we have developed with respect to the data. Data was very huge around the world, but not in India at that point of time, like 2010 or 2020 or 2021, right? That time data was very huge. Data is huge as per the world, but if you see the Indian markets, right, they don't know what to do with the data. Even though if you are ready to provide a solution, it is not fit them as a business proposal. So then what we thought, okay, it may delay in Indian market, but this piece of work, whatever we have did, right, that will help them. Basically, we started reading the data from sensors. We started reading the data from devices, basically like set-top boxes or any kind of devices, right? We created a product for that. We collected the data, we provided the analytics for them. That is how the product, right? And after that, that startup career ends, and again I started into the another startup called Culture Monkey, where I'm leading a engineering tower,
Nice.
right? Where as a director, where that data journey helped me in multiple aspects, basically. So that is where this product, it is also related to data, but here data lies in the secondary level,
Okay.
not the primary information is data. Primary thing is different in this company, right? So but the entire journey helped me where how I can treat the value of a particular company.
Nice.
So where exactly data is a value, here the product is a value, like that, right? So that is the journey towards that
Very
guy.
nice. Actually, from a junior engineer, senior engineer, technical lead, principal engineer, and then to architect,
Now to
associate architect, chief architect, and now to director of
director.
engineering. That's a very inspiring career growth. The thing is, I guess you have decided the right career. You started the right career right out of college. So
Correct.
that's why a very good career growth you have.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. One towards a career, right? Every segment of my career is associated with the friends.
Oh,
That is
okay.
the thing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
each and every segment, from software engineer to senior software, or senior software engineer to tech principal engineer, architect, or director, right? Everywhere my friends played the important role.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that is
Nice.
where without them, right, the journey is not fulfilled.
Yeah. 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 I completely get that. Yeah. For someone who is new to tech, so how would you tell what the big data is about? Like, why is it so important? What does a big data engineer do?
So basically, big data engineer, right, as a layman perspective, he is like a plumber, right, where he can move a data from one place to another.
Okay.
The another in the sense, he will receive a junk of data. You can get the data from application, mobile apps, or websites, or any logs, or from external sources. Anything he will get it. But his job is to give the data to the outside world where they can use it to showcase some kind of analytics or some kind of information to the public.
Nice.
So for example, everywhere you see a news, right? For example, voting is a process. So there lies data, basically.
Okay.
So they will be giving a data like total number of voters, male, female, what, till the hierarchy went from total counts till the ward level, male, female, with respect to age wise, region wise, house wise. So everywhere the hierarchy went from top to bottom, right? This everything can be achieved by a big data engineer. So how he can achieve? He has to follow certain kind of process.
Okay.
He has to collect the data properly. He should not leave any kind of data, basically. He should collect it first. Then what he can do, he will not get all the data in the necessary formats, whatever
Okay.
formats he want. Format in the sense like, I want age should be in age field only, but he will not get it.
Right.
He will get it from date of birth, like that. So first of all, he needs to collect it. Then what exactly he has to do, right? He has to clean the data, means understand the data and clean in the sense like make it um, needed for himself, how
Okay.
exactly he needs the data. That
Okay.
is the cleaning process. So he will be getting from the sentence, or he can get it from the document, or anywhere he can get it, but he needs to read the data and understand it and make it useful for himself,
Right.
basically. Then what exactly he can do, right? He next level what he can go, he will be organize the data, basically.
Okay.
So organizing is the main factor, which will impact your the downstream applications, basically. So he needs to organize it properly, like how I said, right? organization in the way of um, gender based, organized in the way of ward based or any constituency based, right? That kind of organization he has to maintain. How exactly he stores it, that way he needs to organize it. Then next level, he needs to make that all these first three steps, right, in a pipeline. It should it should automate it everywhere. So it should not be like every time he will not go and read it, write it and everything. It should get automate. He needs to build a pipeline for it. The pipeline is nothing but where it has each and every step. It will be involved inside the pipeline. Like one of the step inside the pipeline is collecting the data, one of the step is process it, one of the step is organize it, one of the step is store it properly. He needs to build it. The next level is he needs to fine tune that pipeline. Basically fine tune in the sense, everywhere cost is associated. Any pipeline you create, right, or any mode of pipeline if you created, servers is required, capacity is required, how much memory I required, all those things are behind the scenes. It will be there. So you need to make sure that you are utilizing it properly. Your pipeline, whatever you have building, you are utilizing it properly. So that these 4-5 steps, right, any industry you go, anywhere, this is the 4-5 principles of big data engineer is always is there.
Nice.
So for example, I can put you, right, it's like a day-to-day life of big data engineer, how exactly it will come. So a day-to-day life of me is like whenever whoever is switching on a TV, so they will open Netflix or something, right? So Netflix open and they will be searching some movies or series or shows, whatever they are interested in, and they will be going and viewing it. Certain time they will pause it, certain time they will skip it, some ad might come, or it's like a replay, something might be there, there will be a jump ahead option or skip it option will be there in an application. So they will be doing it, and sometimes they will go and like it and dislike it also. And sometimes what they will do, they will be rate that particular videos or shows, and they can rewatch it also. So anything is possible from a normal layman human perspective, right? This everything is data for them.
Each and everything
Each
is
and everything
data.
is a data. So from opening an application till he closing it, it is a data for a particular engineer, and even a company also, right? It is a data.
Nice.
So with that data, what exactly Netflix or a Prime can do is they can increase their bandwidth, and they know from which location or which device or from which user ID this kind of activities are going on. They can recommend more movies to them, like how they watched it. And next thing is they can internally increase their performance, how exactly their bandwidth, their buffering ratios, all those things will happen internally, right, with the network operators. Those things they can periodically they can do it, and everything is runs on OS. That is again a problem for them. If I am not updating my OS, they have to make me upgrade my OS. It's ad, they can give it to you, or notifications they can send it to you. So this each and every step you are touching from your remote to a TV operating, right, it's a data for a company. Actually website data is a company. You are going to a website from page to page, it is a data for them. They will be storing it for their own purpose. So this is how a big data engineer has to think what is data.
Got it. Yeah. Actually, you explained the data pipeline journey very well. So, hearing your explanation, I'm getting like one example. Like, if you want to make a perfect dish, we want to get all the ingredients.
Correct.
We want to buy all the ingredients from store, from various shops, store it in the kitchen, and then take it, clean it, process it. Like, we want to do what are the steps needed to finally make it a dish. So likewise, this data goes through a lot of process to make it as a useful data.
Correct.
Yeah. So very well put. So can you talk a little bit about what are the tools and technologies that is required at each stage of this data pipeline process?
So more than a tools and technology, right? Foundation is foundation will never change
Mm-hmm.
anywhere you go, right? Any
Mm-hmm.
data engineer or any companies,
Mm-hmm.
the foundation will be always same.
Okay.
The foundation is nothing but the basic SQL knowledge
Okay.
or basic scripting, how exactly it looks like,
Okay.
or basic functions,
Mm-hmm.
functionalities, or a domain will never change.
Mm-hmm.
Any industry you go, irrespective of any industries, it can, the foundation is must
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
Then the tools will evolve each and every day. For example, today I am learning one tool, it may evolve in my back of somewhere. They will be
Mm-hmm.
finding a new technologies and tool. But if
Mm-hmm.
you see any tools, right, it started with they used to call that as a graph database. It
Okay.
started from there. Yahoo
Okay.
designed it, then it moved to Hadoop,
Mm.
then it went into the processing layer, and they were now lot of storage system came into picture like S3 or
Mm-hmm.
pure storage, anywhere anything, it is a storage, right? This will change.
Okay.
Next
Evolve.
5 years it will evolve to different things.
Right.
But if you see the entire journey of this thing, right, like Hadoop or S3 or whichever thing, the base of that is SQL or some bases will be there.
Okay. What all the foundation tech
Yeah.
you're talking about?
So
Yeah.
foundation is first understand software engineering.
Okay.
If even though you are a data engineer or anybody,
Mm-hmm.
understand software engineering. That is
Okay.
first.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is understand what is a database.
Okay.
That is a main thing.
Okay.
People here, as my experience, I am seeing it, right. People understands data, but they are not understanding the database.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And next, they need to understand the models.
Okay.
Models in the sense, for example, if I am storing, if I am making an order management system, right, that is an application, but underlying it's a data is coming inside my application. For example, someone will place an order, or someone can return an order, someone can put it in the basket and wait for ordering, someone can fail in the invoice level,
Mm.
invoice might not be generated for them.
Mm-hmm.
So this everything is a state of an order basically. But how exactly you need to use the data and put it inside in your database is the challenge.
Okay.
So we can store it anywhere, right? For
Mm-hmm.
example, I can store it in Excel,
Mm.
I
Mm-hmm.
can store it in my notepad,
Right.
or I can store it in somewhere, some other place, or I can write it somewhere. Anywhere I'm storing it.
Mm-hmm.
But the better utilization of how exactly you will utilize it after
Mm-hmm.
storing it, that is a challenge.
Okay.
So that is where this entire knowledge of database management system or the modeling, data modeling has to know. They know,
Mm.
they should know it. So once they are aware of it, right, then the tools and all, it is easy for them to map it.
Okay.
For
Got it.
example, my use case is this: I can go ahead and use this database because they know, they define the databases for that only.
Mm-hmm.
For example, there is a database called Cassandra.
Okay.
Okay, there is a database called MySQL.
Mm.
So two different databases.
Mm-hmm.
Both are different.
Mm.
Both are never linked to anybody. So
Mm-hmm.
this is called SQL databases they used to call. This is called no SQL, no
Mm.
SQL, not only SQL. It is not like no SQL means it's not no. It is not only SQL. It can do more than SQL.
Mm.
That is the meaning of it.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the two different things, right? Now, if I want to choose a database, I need to find out a use case first. What is
Mm.
my use case now? So my use case is if my orders are 1 million per day, I have to use it in my database should be different.
Okay.
If my orders is 100 per day, my database can be different. So that is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you know the projection as the business partner or company, right? They know the projection, and if the projection will come from the business partner to a product team.
Mm.
Basically, this
Mm.
is the trend of
Mm.
my thing. So that is how the requirement built, right? So next 3 years I will be going to a 1 million range, design as per that. So likewise, so that is the input for a data architect basically.
Okay. Okay.
These are the inputs they required to build a system. Then they will choose the database accordingly.
Accordingly.
That is how they know.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that they should know Cassandra or they should know MySQL. If they know the base of SQL or modeling, right, that is enough.
Got it.
Then it is easily, they will easily map it. That is where the foundation is main. Foundation is like 60%.
Okay.
Tools are like 30%. 10% is like trend. Today's trend is different, you will use this tool. Tomorrow's trend can be different, you will use that tool. But your tool should not spoil your foundation. That is the main thing. That is the, if they have the clarity on these things, right, it is easy for anybody to do a data modeling.
Okay.
That is a clarity they should have.
For
that, the foundation is must. Foundations are very very much, it should be must anywhere. It's not only with the big data engineering, right? If you are going to a product manager or whoever, the foundation has to be very strong.
Yeah. So building that strong foundation is mandatory. So be it SQL, Hadoop, Cassandra, whatever it can be, if you have a strong foundation, you can map it to the use case which you are going to build.
Correct.
Very nice. So when it comes to programming language, what would you suggest?
So programming language also make it, right? So my understanding, it may be wrong also. So if you are creating any application, right, for example any enterprise applications, or your application has a front end, website is there, web interface is there, and back end is there, some different jobs you have to run, it means you can go to applications like Java or Ruby on Rails. So these kind of application, these are all called enterprise application.
Okay.
So you can create an application with this languages.
Okay.
And it has lot of frameworks also associated, like Spring or whatever it is. Today it can be Vertex or anything can be, right? So if you are going to write a jobs, means any scripts or jobs, right? Previously it was started from Perl. First scripting basically, then it evolved to Perl. Now it is moved to Python.
Okay.
Now from Python it can go to anywhere else also.
Yeah.
But if you are everywhere, it is a state. Still now people are using shell.
Oh, okay.
Till now people are using Perl as well. Now people are using Python as well. This trend, Python is more comfortable for them, because to support that language, lot of things came into picture. There are a lot of open source contributors are contributing to the libraries. They are giving lot of informations in the web, and their open committee is there, right? Python committee or whoever, they are working towards that. So that is where and to write your Python code or anything, right, there are a lot of interfaces come into picture. You can write it easily. It is giving a recommendation for us. You have to write like this, you have to write like this, like that. With that recommendation, you are understanding that as well. So that is where now lot of evolution happened, like cursor AI, like perplexity. These things are came into picture, right? These are recommending whichever code you write, they will recommend. This is how your syntax is. You have to type it in English, it will give you your code.
Just prompting.
Just the third, as you said, right, the third important factor now everybody wants to learn is prompt engineering.
Okay. Be it engineer or
be it engineer or
anyone.
anywhere, you have to learn prompt engineering. That is where now the industries, companies are going towards it.
Okay.
So these are the things.
Where does the cloud comes to picture here? So can you talk about cloud and what type of cloud technologies one should know as a data engineer?
Yeah. So before going to the cloud, right, there was an evaluation of our cloud as well. So previously, in 2010 when I worked, right, when we are working in Sony, so that time we used to store the data in the database, which will lies on one server.
Okay.
And we used to take a backup, daily backup or 6 hours backup on a production database, or we will be having a replication database. We will call it that. It is like that. So every day the production data will go to some other database. So it lies on some machines
Okay.
where it will be controlled by us.
Okay.
Us in the sense Sony engineers.
Right.
Somebody will take a control and they will see it.
Mm-hmm.
So in like 6 to 10 months, right, when after I joined, it moved to a technology called a grid,
Okay.
where it was maintained somewhere and they will be seeing it. Somebody again they will be seeing it. Till 2013-14, right, it was maintained in Sony.
Mm-hmm.
But many companies moved towards the cloud during that point of time
Okay.
itself. But these guys, when we were doing it, because Sony data, they will be very protective basically.
Mm-hmm.
They just like that, they don't want push it to
Mm-hmm.
any other guys. That time there was a myth called if I'm moving it to cloud, everybody will see our data. That is a myth in 2012. So when we were doing it,
Mm-hmm.
so then that time what happened? That is what evolution, right? From internal storage to a grid. Now people started using cloud. Why
Okay.
cloud? What is cloud is? So there are a lot of providers went into the market. So what they will tell, it is a cloud engineering means again it is stored somewhere, but you don't know where it is stored. So for example, if I'm going and creating a machine, right? For example, one machine, virtual machines I am trying to create it. I'll go and create it in a cloud. The
Hmm.
cloud providers can be anybody, AWS or Azure or DigitalOcean or anyone. There are n number of providers available in the market now. So what I will do, I will choose the location where my servers needs to created. For example, I will provide Asia Pacific South, something like that, or Mumbai. You know your data is there in Mumbai, but you don't know where it is.
Okay. Only location and the URL. Just
Just
huh.
that will
Huh.
be
Huh.
there.
Huh.
But it is secured. You
Mm-hmm.
can make it secure. You can
Mm-hmm.
add lot of firewalls to your virtual machines. Anything you can do. But you real where exactly lies, you will never go and see it. That was managed by the cloud providers.
Okay.
So cloud in the sense, how exactly you are seeing the cloud in the sky, the same way you will be seeing the datas.
Hmm.
Data will be there, but if you go and see it, you won't able to see it. Same like cloud will be there. If you go inside, you won't see it.
Virtual data.
It's a purely virtually all the servers are available.
Okay.
If that increase the business also.
Okay.
So if I want to launch a company in US, I can go and create a cloud in US.
Nice. So it's like coming with cost efficiency.
So I don't want to be there in US to start a startup.
Right. Right. Right.
But if I am telling or if I am having an agreement stating that my data lies inside the US region, that is enough.
Okay.
So that is where, so now as a cloud, right, you are able to see that is a cloud. So next question what you asked was like what exactly you need to know as a big data engineer with respect to cloud, right? So main thing is whatever layer I have mentioned, like there are 6 steps involved in data
Mm,
engineering,
mm, mm,
day-to-day life cycle basically I
mm,
can tell. So one is data ingestion.
mm,
So ingestion or collection, it
mm,
can be
mm,
pull or you can push it.
mm,
Anybody can push the data to us,
mm-hmm.
or you can go ahead and pull it
Okay.
with respect to any agreement between the source system and us.
Okay.
So first step is data ingestion.
Okay.
The next is that is the raw data basically. It
Mm.
doesn't it is as it is
Okay.
basically. So
Mm-hmm.
you will collect the data, you will whatever they are ingesting it, you will just store it
Mm.
as a one layer. It's a raw data storage. So now 2 steps I showed, right? One is push or pull. So you need to understand what are the cloud provider who is providing these options.
Okay.
So
Okay.
to pull means there are certain tools is there. To
Mm-hmm.
push also certain tools is there. If they want, we want to pull means they will be providing a connectors. We will be reading it from their log file. So
Mm-hmm.
log reader, there are a lot of file beat is there, metrics beat, all those things are open source element, which is available with AWS or Azure or GCP as well.
Okay.
So this is pull. You are
Mm.
pulling it. You put some service over there. You are
Okay.
pulling it.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
they can push it to us.
Mm-hmm.
So how they will push it? So there is a layer called streaming layer. So as soon as the source system receives the data, means as soon as the order is placed, I need to push it to here. That is the example. Consider.
Okay.
So now I place the order. Now immediately it should come to me to show in my platform to somebody, some X or Y. So they will push it to the streaming layer. The stream can be anything again. You can stream it via Kafka, or you can stream it via RabbitMQ. That is on your use case.
Okay.
How frequent you are getting the data, that is where you will be doing it. Okay. So Kafka, RabbitMQ, you can do it. Once you receive the data, you will store it. To store, you need the storage layer basically. Who will be providing the storage layer? Again, cloud partners will come into picture. You can have an internal storage again. It's not like you don't have, but it is costly to maintain. You need to have resources to maintain, right? But they are already have it, cost efficient as well. So that is where the AWS S3 bucket or Azure containers or DigitalOcean stores they will call something like that. So everybody have different naming to it, but underlying every layer is a storage layer.
Okay.
And they will be providing all the interfaces for us to store it. So once you stored it now you need to have a processing layer.
Okay.
You need to process the data and organize it in a way that you can use it in the downstream. Now you stored it in S3, for example, you stored it in the S3. Now you will read the data from the S3 and there can be duplicates, there can be unwanted information as well, or some jargons might be there. You don't know, right? So then what you will do, you will process the data as per how exactly your end consumer needs it. So I will process it like that. For example, I want the location information or user information, what exact activities he did, what is the duration of the timing he watched, where and all he paused it, how frequent he watched this show. So something like that, all the data, you will get it from the data. And whether he really completed the watch or he skipped it somewhere or he closed it somewhere, all those things available inside the data. So that is where the big data engineer intelligence will play a role here.
Okay.
So he needs to understand what it is first. Once he understands, then he can easily organize it. So organize thing again, it will happen on user level or device level. It can happen, or if it is for a company perspective, means what they can do, they can store it in a hourly basis or minute basis as well. If they want, they can do it. So every hour, whatever data comes, they will put it into their hour bucket. So likewise, per day, in a year, in a month, in a day, in a hour, this many events happened. Like that level drill down, they can make it.
Okay.
So that is again, if they want it, they can do it in the minute level or in a second level as well. If they want, they can do it.
It's
But
all customizable.
everything is customizable, but everything requires a processing power.
Okay.
So if it is, it should be a real time, right? Then they have to use a technology called Flink. This again open source. There are engineers who knows what is Flink. It is meant for real time.
Okay.
They give the particular process, right? The product or component, right? It is meant for real time. That is how they are called. As soon as it happen, it will come here.
Okay.
That real time it is. And but there is another layer called Spark also is there, but Spark is meant for batch. The batch can be 1 minute also. That is fine, but it is a batch. It is not a real time.
Okay.
They will call that as a near real time.
Okay, it's like 1 minute scheduler.
Kind of an internal scheduler. Even though they will provide a provision to create a real time job as well in Spark, but it is not a real time. You may call it as a real time, but it is a near real time basically. It's like there will be some second latency will be there. It's like 3 seconds or 4 second latency will be there. But why there is a lot of boom in Spark and why there is no boom in Flink is the support, the contributors, the outside world, everything matters. So that is how, right? Now your processing layer done, right? After processing also you will store it.
Okay.
How you will store it means you know how exactly the consumption layer required. That is how you will store it.
After we organize, we store it in the organized
way. Now organization is done. This is again storage layer only. The same storage layer we can use it. There is no difference between raw data storage or everything is a storage layer. Now you need to have some scheduler or something has to run it on the daily basis or hourly basis or minutely basis, right? That job, particular job, which will read from raw data, put properly cleanse it, and push it to again the organized manner.
Okay.
This will happen on a frequent
Okay.
basis.
Okay.
Thus,
Got
there
it.
should be a scheduler.
Got it. Huh.
This is again a cloud provider.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will be providing. We
Oh.
have a open source as well,
Okay.
like a Dolphin scheduler or Airflow. Some all the things are there, but again, cloud provider also providing it. Now the job pipeline is done. Now you will be monitor it, right? Whether it is running properly or not, whether my resources are efficiently used or not. All those things, I will have a dashboard. How many orders has been processed? So on top of the organization layer, right, you will be writing a querying layer.
Now only query comes into
Now only
picture.
query comes into picture.
Okay.
Till now query never
Ha
comes.
ha ha.
So now how the query comes means how the organization built, right? I missed one point. You will be collaborating with multiple teams. A data engineer, right? One of the activities of a data engineer is he should collaborate with multiple teams.
Mm.
In the sense, he will go and speak with the data analyst team. He will go and speak with the data scientist team.
Mm.
Or he can go and speak with the business analyst also.
Okay.
Because they are the creators of the queries. They know what exact business they want to solve it,
Right.
or they know what exact output what exact trend they need to show it to the CEOs or CTOs,
The actual requirement.
basically.
Hmm.
So you will get an input after collaboration, everything only you will organize and store it, right? Then the querying layer will come. Even they will not come and query it. For querying layer also, providers are providing, cloud providers. Previously Hadoop means Hive was there, and now AWS, Azure and all providing lot of querying layer. If these guys, what Azure and AWS mainly will do means they will get it from the open source, they will put an interface layer on top of it, they will use it. Like Presto was there, lot of querying intelligent query layer was there. So we will be using that querying layer to query it. You used to query, schedule the queries as well.
Okay.
That querying layer will be put it as a graphical representation in any of the dashboards called Tableau or anywhere.
The BI tools come into
Any
picture.
BI
Okay.
tools will come into picture. It can be Oracle BI or Tableau or anything. You just need to write an integration for that, like username and password. It will connect automatically to your storage layer. Now you will see the dashboard. To write the query also should run on every basis, every regular basis. For example, I want to know what is a trend for last 1 hour means I should get it from that querying layer. It can be a time series data as well. For
It's called ETL or
ETL is
different.
it is different.
Okay.
It is collect whatever I have explained, right? It is called ETL in the traditional way.
Okay. Okay.
Before big data comes into picture, they used to call this as a ETL.
Okay.
That is defined way, only certain tools only they will
Okay.
provide. So here what exactly this is, at 1 o'clock what was my total order? At 1:15 what was my total order? So it is like on the time the order will be good.
Okay.
It will be there.
Ha.
So between 110 and 115 what was my order? So these kind of questions business executives will ask. Based on that they will do a decision, right? For example, big billion days coming means midnight what was my order? So these kind of questions will be asked. So based on that they will be acting it.
Right. They will be fixing the traffic hours.
All those things, even that will help in our server capacity increase also.
Right.
So we will be adding more servers during particular point of time.
Very
So
nice.
this everything will happen in the background. This everything big data engineer should know.
That's a whole lot bunch of information. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. We get to know end-to-end process, like from a raw data to providing the data in analytical dashboard.
Correct.
So as you said, the technology landscape is evolving, right? So how do you personally approach learning a new technology, or how do you stay relevant in this industry?
So relevance, correct. Yeah. So the three important things I told you, right? One is foundation, one is tools, and one is trend. So trend plays here basically.
Okay.
So always, right, any new product comes means you can always easily map with the existing product. So for example, if I'm comparing MySQL and Postgres, these two are came in a different period of time basically. MySQL during my college times and Postgres during 2015 or 2014
Okay.
only in India basically. But if you see, both are different and both are unique in their own nature, but their underlying foundation is same.
Mm.
So what you have to do is, personally, if I want to grow within this ladder means, you have to spend at least in 2 days once what is the trend on this role,
Okay.
what are the trends, what is evolving
Mm.
on this
Mm.
role.
Mm. Mm.
Then it won't be like here it is negative, here it is positive. There won't be like distinct difference, won't be there.
Mm-hmm.
There should be some common. At least I can tell 70% there will be a common element.
Okay. Okay.
30% only there will be a difference.
Mm.
The
Mm.
use
Mm.
case wise difference
Mm.
will come into picture.
Mm-hmm.
When to use this, when to use this. To see that, you need to understand it.
Mm.
So every 2 days once you have to keep in touch in the open forum only, it's enough.
Okay.
that
Okay.
that should satisfy actually.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
How? What do you think? Like how this big data engineer role is evolving with the rise of AI? Because AI, after, like, AI is automating few of the steps, right?
Correct.
So in the future, how do you think this big data engineer role will evolve?
So basically AI is not replacing the big data
Okay.
engineer. that
Okay.
that will never happen
Ha ha ha.
actually. What AI is doing is today,
Mm-hmm.
it is speeding your things, one,
Okay.
and it is automating multiple things.
Okay.
The third one, what it is doing is heavy coding a individual is not doing.
Mm.
So previously heavy coding will be done by the engineer.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Now heavy coding is not done by the engineer. So
Mm-hmm.
these things are getting replaced by the AI.
Mm-hmm.
But what data engineer role is getting expanded towards is, one, the main thing whatever he is doing now is he is entering into the operational field, like data ops. He is entering into, like, he is understanding the infrastructure, he is
Mm.
understanding the cost, he has to do it. That is one. The next one is what he needs to know is the data orchestration has to know by him.
Mm. Mm.
He has to come into picture.
Mm.
And next thing is um, what he should aware of it is, for example, there is a value called A is coming from the initial to end, right? He needs to understand what exactly the role A is playing towards the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
And he is he has to spend more time on collaborating with the other teams.
Okay. Mm.
So these are the places, right, he has to put his time.
Okay.
This will be never replaced by the AI because these are the domain knowledge. This
Mm-hmm.
will never AI will never come and play this role.
So even though we have smart kitchen, there are many automated equipments, gadgets coming in. We need a master chef to bring out that flavor, right?
Correct.
As
Correct.
you said. So in this role also, AI is just helping.
Helping.
Yeah, it's saving us more time and making it efficient.
Correct.
Yeah, got it. So just two quick questions on career growth. Like, more than these technical skills, what soft skills are required for one to uh, climb that ladder?
Yeah, that is actually a difference between a good and the great data engineer, right? This is main actually.
Okay.
So one is first of all communication. He has to have a proper communication, because whatever the data engineering job or code he is writing, right, it is solving some business purpose.
Okay.
Some business purpose it is solving, right? He has to explain it to a data scientist or anyone. That see, the code, he has to convert his code into a business purpose. That explanation he should bring in.
Okay.
That is the first one. The next one is collaboration.
Okay.
Always he needs to collaborate with the teams.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know what exactly you're trying to give.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know what exactly they want, right? Without you know what they want, whatever you're doing will not work it out. So that collaboration has to be there. The next one is evaluate yourself in AI.
Mm-hmm.
That is a main step.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Whatever you are trying to do, right, evaluate. That is helping. AI is helping that layer.
Okay.
These three is the main thing.
Nice. Nice.
And another one is whatever I said, prompting.
Okay.
You should start doing the prompting.
Okay.
That is, it is going to be the highest level of, more than communication, the prompting is picking up.
Okay.
Because they are telling like now many companies comes in from this perspective. You can be an IZ, individual contribution you can do, but you know prompting.
Okay.
You should know prompting. Like that range it is coming.
It has become a mandatory skill.
More than a communication, prompting is coming into picture.
Since you have worked more in a startup, you are the right person to answer. So, what are the pros and cons you think for a fresher to enter and work in a startup? Or maybe to put in this way, what are the pros and cons to work in a startup? So, which time is the right time to work in a startup? Like early stage or mid career or later?
Okay. So any stage you are entering into a startup, right? There are pros and cons.
Okay.
There are.
Okay.
For example, in a broader perspective, what are the pros in a startup, right? You can evaluate yourself and you can reach anybody in the ladder. That is the first one. The next one is you will be giving lot of responsibilities. You will get the easy responsibilities very easily.
Mm-hmm.
You need to tackle it.
Okay.
So as a fresher to a tech lead, it can happen in 3 years in startup. The responsibility for 3 years is not a tech lead, but it can happen in startup.
Okay.
And every day you have to wear a new hat. Today you can develop. When you are doing a deployment, you have to develop a DevOps hat. Then you are entering into a testing engineer, means you have to wear a QA hat. So you know the entire aspect of software engineering lifecycle. That everything, you know, each and everything. In 3 years you will learn till that level. And the next thing is the decisions can be easily taken with respect to technologies, right? You don't want to wait for 6 months or 7 months to approve that things to work it out. The decisions can be easily taken and results can be easily seen. The output, right? Whatever you are developing, you can easily see my feature is impacting the product.
Okay.
That
The impact you make will be larger in a startup.
More impacts you can create.
Okay, got it.
But the cons means you will lose the work-life balance.
Okay.
And high risk is there. A startup can pick up or it can go off.
Okay.
So high risk is there. The third one, main thing, right? The work-life, more than a work-life balance, I can tell it will affect your health in either way. So these are the main cons. Irrespective of any layer you are joining in a startup, this thing will happen.
Okay.
Because if, for example, if you are coming from a well-established organization and joining in a mid-layer of startup, right? There you will not be worked as a DevOps or data ops or QA, or you will never did it. But here you have to do it. So any layer it will affect basically. But startup will give one extra provision is this: you will be well versed in all the layers and you will be deeply well versed in one layer. That provision, that one high, you will get it in startup.
Got it.
Whoever is very fond of technology and anything, right, they will feel that high.
Okay.
And you will be easily contributing to the society with respect to tech. Open source contributors you can easily be. That and all will give you a kick basically in a startup. It will not provide you a kick in the other well-established organizations, right? And you will never know what is process in startup.
Mm-hmm.
There won't be any process. Even though it is there, it will be very limitly followed
Okay.
in startup.
Mm-hmm.
You can easily overwrite
Mm-hmm.
the process. But in organizations, you cannot easily overwrite a process. You should follow
Okay.
it. So these are the main pros and cons. In any layer, if you join in a startup, this will be there. Irrespective of whether you are a fresher or mid layer or senior level, it will be there.
We have come to the end of the episode. Thank you so much for sharing your insights in a very detailed manner. Yeah,
Thank you.
it was in a very simpler terms so that everyone could understand. You have break the big topic of data engineer to a very simpler terms. Yeah, so any college students should understand, right?
Yeah,
That's the main purpose. Thank you so much for joining us here.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, subscribe to our Beyond Cherry YouTube channel so that you don't miss when we are covering your favorite role. Thank you.